Hi everyone, it's Ellie and welcome back to my channel. So if you may have noticed, today we are doing a review of an application that you can get on Apple computer products, and it's Sketchbook. Right now it's in the App Store completely free. I believe it used to be charged for a base price, then you could add things on, but as far as I know right now, the entire application with all its brushes is free. I haven't seen any advertising on it for more brushes, so I think as of right now it's a flat price of absolutely nothing. Really great deal, especially if you're just starting out in the digital art world. Definitely something I advise you to check out before you start making big money moves and purchasing other programs. So right off the bat, I just want to say that I am really impressed with this program. I haven't seen any advertisements for it ever. I didn't even know this existed. I might be behind in the trend of this product, but as far as I know, I just had no idea it existed. So if everyone else did, and I'm a little behind, I apologize. Either way, I'm super excited to kind of share my point of view of it. So I'm just going to start with the brushes. Now my favorite style of line arting is basically anything that looks like I'm drawing with pencil or sketching. I like it when the lines are super soft, you know, they kind of have a rough edge to them, very unlike a crisp pen tool or a crisp ink tool. That's how I used to do a lot of my artwork, but recently I just really love how relaxing, how modestly designed things look when they do have a pencil tool line art. For this app, I think that the sketchy tools are absolutely fantastic. I started originally with Painter Essentials 5. I haven't seen a lot of artists now really use that as much. I just don't know if it's really into the blog art community. I don't think it's very popular, but that doesn't really have many sketchy options, but this has a ton. You know, you have the art pencil, which I am using mostly through here. Then you have an art pencil that has that rough edge but a different opacity. You have other ones that mimic more of a marker, but this art pencil copy that I have here, which I added to my set, which is on the right corner, I love it. I use it, I think, for pretty much most of the work I've been doing on here. I did do a few sample drawings before this one, just to kind of get a hang of it, but out of all of them, the ones I have on the side are my favorites. They're from the sketch sets, which you can see once you double click all the brush properties and you go to type. You can check out all of the brushes they have to offer. There's, I think, has to be 6 to 7 sets, and then you can make your own presets. You can have them on the side of your interface, so you have them accessible at all times. And not only are the kind of factory set options of the brushes super fantastic to begin with, you can go into the advanced settings and change them any way you want. You can change the opacity, which is what I did. I don't really like brushes where the liner is see-through. I kind of just have to have it a flat color, but I love how the edge has the option of, you know, being rough like that. I really just can't say enough of it. I love sketchy stuff. That's just kind of my thing, I guess. And I just think it works really well with my current style, my current aesthetic. So their smooth pens are so satisfying. I definitely think I'm just gonna have to use them for the fact that they feel so natural, so inky. When I use the pressure on my tablet, it almost feels as if a pen exploded. You know, that kind of explosive small line to big line. It looks great, it looks clean. Highly recommend that as well. There are a few things in there that are very stamp-like, which I'm not a big fan of, but I think you could use them to your advantage for fun textures if you wanted to, things like that. They have also different eraser options, so you can have an eraser that just erases a little bit, has maybe a lower opacity so it's not erasing everything, and then you can have hard eraser, which just, you know, gets in there, takes it right out. No ifs, ands, or buts. I have the hard eraser, I think, on my set right now because I just like to clean up my work. I'm not here to finagle it with the eraser, I just want it clean, cut, and done. Moving on to the color wheel. I really like the color wheel. It's right at your fingertips. You know, you can just click it, you can have it right next to your drawing. It's also on the top bar. You can click that and get a more detailed array of colors that you can choose from, but I just like how I can click the little mini version, spin the wheel, get my color, done. There is a few things that are kind of odd, which I haven't gotten used to yet, and one of them is the eyedrop tool. So there is no easy access to the eyedrop tool where you can just click it once and you're using it. You have to go into the color wheel, then click the eyedrop tool only once, because if you click it twice, it deselects. You click it once, you get the color you want, and then you click out of the color wheel. I find that to be a little frustrating because I am very much I want everything on my top line or whatever you call it. I want to be able to click it. And I want to be able to do it, be done with it, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But now that I've actually worked with this program a little bit, I'm not noticing that extra step. My brain's kind of just like skipping over it and it's not that big of a deal anymore, but if you are someone who is very specific about wanting things a certain way, I think this application is going to take a little bit for you to get used to, especially if you're used to something being very bare bones basic, which is kind of what Painter Essential was, or how it acted to me. I didn't have any add-ons or new brushes or anything. This has a lot more going for it, a lot more options in the top to play around with, but we'll get to that in a second. So one particular thing that I really like about this program is that it looks really great for cell shading. I did try some of the blend tools and I think there's huge potential for soft shading, but I really love, you know, very obvious change in color. I usually use 3 colors when I'm shading. I got a dark shade, a light shade, and that in-between shade, and I just feel like the pencils work really well for that. Also, throwing in a little pro tip, for eyes, I do not use white. I actually barely use white. I think I only use it when I'm doing the highlight of the eye, and even then I think I just used a really light pink here. White can be very abrasive and make everything look super fake. I mean, obviously this isn't real, but using a lighter tone for the eye whites instead of a white kind of softens the drawing. It make it look a little less abrasive on the eye, and it prevents you from pulling in the viewer right to the face. You know, you want them to kind of see the whole image as a whole, the outfit, the shading, all that good stuff, and I just find that when I don't put white in the eye, it kind of helps pull the whole art piece together as one whole. Going back to what other things the program has to offer, that top bar provides so many cool, fun things to sort of help pull your art piece together. And I don't want to say it helps you cheat a little, but if you're still learning certain concepts or learning certain things about art and digital art, this kind of help fills that little space where as you're learning, you still have access to all this type of style work. So the things that I use the most actually are almost at the end of that bar. It's the smooth line, the smooth circle, and that square and circle emblem. Those things are specifically aimed, I believe, to help your line art or help you create shapes and angles that otherwise are very difficult to do freehand. I know, speaking for myself, I stopped drawing for a really long time when I was in college, so I felt like I was advancing really fast when I was 18, 19, and I just stopped. I just didn't do much of anything. And then when I graduated, now I'm 24, I feel a little behind in, the art game. These little pieces of this application really kind of help me incorporate smooth lines, incorporate shapes, while still learning myself how to do them without the help of those tools. I mainly use them for background work. I think having my sketch-based art and then like a nice strong shape in the background really helps with my aesthetic, but I think if you get this application, definitely test out everything on the top bar. It's super great. You can practice landscapes. They have little help with being able to know which directions things should be going, all kinds of things like that. But yeah, I really love this app. I highly recommend it. If you're just starting out, please give it a try. Again, I think it's only for MacBook users. I do not have a PC for Windows or anything like that. But so far I've had no problem running this on my 5-year-old Mac computer. I think it's actually going on 6. Well, it's an older one, but it's working really well. So definitely give it a try. If you are able to, please drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked it, and what problems you had with it, your favorite part of the entire application. And yeah, that's about it. I'll let you go here and enjoy the rest of the video. See you next time.
I've touched your soul, and then I knew you'd run away with me. I'm in your thoughts, and all you want is to lay down with me. I will be the one, I will be the one, I will be the one. I will be the one, I will be the one, I will be the one for you. I was walking down the street, and you were there staring at me, standing there as if we should meet. And I knew with you it'd be easy. I've touched your soul.